Between 8 and 24, which number was Kobe a better Laker in? That's a hot take.
Where do you want to begin?
I mean,
we can unpack this for a while.
Stats or just?
I feel like, look, Adam's
I know he got
I'm
the stats.
shuffling my cards right now
Adam,
to get the appropriate
Adam, I'm
numbers
going to start
in front
with
of
you.
me. Yes.
Which number are you leaning towards? Kobe.
All right, we did this breakdown back in 2016 just before his final game. We definitively looked at the stats from number 8 versus the stats from number 24. And when we kind of crunch the numbers, it's very hard to make a case that 24 shouldn't be the dominant number for Kobe. And I'll give you some of the major stats right now that jump out at you. You're talking about 7 All-NBA first-team selections as number 24, 10 All-Star selections as number 24. He won 2 scoring titles, an MVP, 2 NBA Finals MVP awards, obviously 2 titles with the Lakers, and a 3rd NBA Finals appearance as number 24. The injuries his final few years slowed him down. If you look at his value above replacement player numbers from his number 8 jersey compared to number 24, number 8 is going to be higher. Some of the PER numbers higher for number 8, the efficiency numbers higher number 8. But in terms of just doing the legendary stats and the legendary performances, other than the 81 performance, you have to go at 24.
So you're going to discount all the 3 championships that he won?
I'm not discounting it, but I'm saying when you crunch the definitive numbers and you're going to go high-level stats, again, like the All-NBA selections, as you give me some side-eye right now, and as you talk about MVP awards and what he did away from Shaq at 24, and the playoff numbers too, you have to, we crunch all these numbers, and you have to lean towards number 24.
I hate Kobe.
So she hates Kobe, but kind of staying with you, Adam, are we giving him a discount because he played with arguably the most dominant player of all time, Shaquille O'Neal?
Well, what do you mean by discount?
It seems like you're knocking him a little bit because or maybe the general public is knocking him a little bit during those 8 days because he was teamed up with Shaq.
I mean, I think it's a legitimate argument to have. I mean, Shaq was the dominant. Again, you're smirking right now. You're waiting to bust out, but let me get this point off. Kobe played with the dominant personality and dominant being in the NBA during Shaq's prime, okay? Yeah. Shaq was the most valuable player in the league, even though he didn't win the award every single year during those Laker years. So Shaq was, again, the dominant player and the guy that really ran shit for the Lakers and was the guy that the team rode to those championships.
But, I mean, I love Shaq. Shaq's one of the most dominant players in NBA history, but we kind of have to say the facts. I think this is the same guy to be 7'1", over 300 pounds, never led the league in blocks or rebounds. He was noted for saying
efforts. He could have if he wanted.
He was noted for saying that I got hurt on company time. I'm in rehab on company time.
Wow.
He would show up out of shape to camp.
He's always been tubby.
So
Kobe came in, but yeah, he got a little lazy.
I mean, Kobe
carried his weight. That's what I'm saying.
I'm not saying that Kobe didn't carry his weight, but again, when you're with Shaq, and Shaq was the dominant force in the NBA.
He was dominant, but
Shaq was basically MVP. I know he won one MVP, but if you look at it, you take Shaq away from whatever team he would have been on during those years.
He won
one
MVP.
Been a shell of what they could have been.
One MVP.
And that shouldn't have been his. That should have been Jason Kidd's that year. But that's another story.
Yeah, but essentially he was the most valuable player.
Yeah, I mean, he was the most dominant player on the Lakers at that time in the first 3 quarters.
Talk about it.
But it was Kobe's game at the last 5 minutes because Shaq couldn't shoot free throws, so there was no point in going down to Shaq.
I like that game in the 2000 finals, I believe game 4 against Indiana when Shaq fouls out in overtime. Kobe on a sprained ankle comes back and takes over.
But I mean, number 8 is legendary. It's Ocho Uno. That's when he hit the 81, 63 against the Mavs. I mean, this was the number every kid
you can make a case.
Came up and watched. Like the new NBA, they didn't watch 24. They watched 8. 8 was the god. But because the numbers are so close, you have to retire both.
Yeah.
Because you're gonna like I'm 8. I'm 8 all day. Yeah. You know what I mean? I have both jerseys, but I'm 8 all day because that's who I grew up. Little Fro, everything. Little Fro, everything. It was Kobe.
I love how you said growing up. You were an adult with a little Fro.
But I had the Fro since my junior and senior in high school.
You can make a case that maybe Kobe had more signature moments that you remember in number 8. You're talking like slam dunk championship. You're talking the alley-oop to Shaq. You're talking about the first championship. You're talking about the 81 and the 63. Like those are true signature moments that happen in the 8 jersey.
That's what I said. So to go with 24, it's like you're just trying to take away a past that was so heroic to a lot of people.
But I think that's what he was trying to do, take away the past.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Like in our look, that wasn't anything to us.
The rebranding?
The charge and the rebranding.
Yeah.
You rebrand as you had great years in it, but I'm 8 all day.
But internally in the NBA, when Kobe did that rebranding, what did you guys take that as?
Just rebranding.
Yeah.
Just getting away from, that accusation he had and, doing something new.
Did you notice a different mentality when he changed numbers?
I mean, you got to remember, that was the years when, he was more trying to take on the NBA by himself.
Yeah.
It was just more of a. It was,
Smush Parker days. Them Chris Mim days.
But,
got a little light there, yeah.
He wanted to win on his own, and he did.
Yeah.
But, it's like, that's why I said he built two personalities and two different numbers. So it's like, it's the same man, but two different greats.
Yeah, Kobe talked about the dynamic between 8 and 24 at Complex Con when he was in that panel with Kendrick Lamar at the Nike booth, and he said it's almost two different people in a sense, having a certain mentality of coming to the league where you literally are headhunting everyone because it's your time to establish yourself and say, no, I belong here. As a result, everybody must go, and then when you hit a certain maturity level, which is where 24 is, it becomes less about yourself dominating and how can I help others grow. So at some point in 2006 when he became 24, his mindset and the way he went about his business in the NBA changed.
Yeah.
But I mean, every legendary act, whether it's music, movies, sports, there's a rebranding that takes place.
Yeah, you have to, because people get so staled with, the old that you gotta, come with something new. So you have to put them both up there.
Yeah, I can dig it. At least the Lakers are treating him better than they did MJ. I mean, Denzel Valentine is wearing number 45 for the Bulls right
yeah,
now.
but Jordan wore that for like 2
But listen, it's just the idea of it, retire.
I don't have a
care,
problem
it's
with
MJ.
it. I don't have a problem.
I mean, the Heat retired MJ's number, and he didn't
That's
play.
psychotic. That is psychotic. They should never have done that. That's offensive.
Number.